Hello again, everyone. Dave Benson here, Principal Advisor for the Center for Personal Protection and Safety, with another CPPS Hot Takes, where we talk about current events or things that might have recently occurred in the news or in our world, and how that might correspond with your potential safety and security. So today I want to spend just a few minutes talking about this whole idea of travel safety and travel security, not only as an individual traveler, also as part of an organization. You know, we've talked in the past that it's really important that you have a travel risk management program within your organization. It's equally vitally important that you have something in place for yourself as individual travelers, or your family, or your school or church group, whatever that might be. So today I want to talk about three key points. First of all, registering with the U.S. State Department or whatever corresponding country you are a resident of, to make sure that they are aware where you're going and where you might be at any given time should there be some kind of security crisis or natural disaster. Also want to talk a little bit about a couple of types of insurance that everybody should consider having before they travel abroad. So first, a little bit about the U.S. Department of State STEP program, travel.state.gov. Hit on the STEP button. When you get onto the website, they also have a great app that I have right on my phone. It allows you to register your group, your travel, your organization with the U.S. State Department. Why is that important? Well, first and foremost, if you are in the middle of your travels and we have some kind of catastrophe, whether it be a natural disaster or just what we're experiencing now with the coup, potential coup in Haiti, and the second and third order consequences of that, you want to make sure that you are in the queue, so to speak, with the nearest embassy or consulate. This is important because if you don't, and if the State Department isn't aware that you're traveling, they are not going to make your situation a priority. In other words, the primary responsibility is everybody that's assigned in that country or the region, and then secondarily anybody else, official or otherwise American citizens that are traveling. So we have a rough idea where you are and what you might be doing. So registering with the STEP program through the State Department is very simple. It's absolutely free. You can register your group or you can register individually. I do this each and every time I travel abroad. And while most of the time you never need it, when you least expect it, these situations happen. We saw this in Haiti about a decade ago when we had an earthquake and we had American citizens stranded. I was partly responsible for working with both the State Department and organizations to get some of those people back. I know how difficult that can be. But the bottom line is, if the State Department is aware of your travel itinerary, it will be much easier for them to kind of put you in the queue and to work through this, even though it may still take some time. The other thing that happens when you register with the State Department is you get updates of the region, the country, wherever you're traveling. Are there any travel warnings? Are there any prevailing threats? Are there any particular situations, political, natural disaster or otherwise, or medical, that you need to be aware of? So suffice it to say, registering through the STEP program through the U.S. Department of State should be a must. The second piece that's really important is, do you have, or does your organization have, travel insurance? Now, I'm not talking about the kind of travel insurance that often cruise lines will offer, or sometimes airlines will offer, that if there's some problem that deters your travel, or if you're stuck somewhere, that you get reimbursed for the money that you've expended. I'm talking about two specific types. Number one, extraction insurance. And that could be for political situations, it could be a natural disaster, or whatever it might be, that you actually have the ability through your insurance policy to plug into that, and they will assist you through their resources to get you out of country or out of the region. The second piece of that, if you will, is making sure that you have major medical insurance. Number one, check your local insurance, your current insurance and policy, both organizationally or if you're traveling by yourself. Make sure that certain things are covered, like evacuation or serious medical emergency. Also, make sure that you can be medically evacuated out of that theater if you need be. Without that, it may very well be exorbitantly expensive or very difficult, if not impossible, to get out of that particular area or region. So to recap, schedule, register your training or your travel, with the STEP program through the U.S. State Department. If you're not an American citizen, check and see with your respective countries of origin and see if they have similar programs. Many of them do. And then number two, do you have the appropriate insurance, both from a political unrest standpoint and also from a medical situation? These should be part and parcel of every traveler's portfolio, and it's a best practice. And believe me, if you have that when you need it, it will make all the difference in the world. Thanks very much. We'll talk again soon.